Welcome to luxury living at its finest. Step into this magnificent villa where elegance meets comfort. Experience the grandeur of expansive living areas, perfect for family gatherings and entertaining, and the pristine pool area for soaking up the sun. Relax in the luxurious penthouse, the entire top floor. It's your private retreat for tranquility and sophistication. And indulge in the spa-like master bathroom, which has premium quality finishes. Make it your dream. Dubai's finest, the best. Your dream villa awaits you. Contact me today for your own private tour. All right, Bismillah, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Hello guys, everybody who's here. We're starting a little bit later today, but welcome on this live. The idea is to share with you and empower you with respect to Dubai real estate. So what we're trying to do is to be in front of the camera first. Okay, so what we're trying to do in general is to empower society to generate, preserve, and manage wealth through real estate. Okay, so the idea is to help you. Everybody who's live on YouTube, you're welcome. Hi, you can send me questions across, and I will be more than happy to answer. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I can get access to the questions on YouTube. Oh, okay, YouTube's kind of like changed the system. Okay, the questions are on this side. Okay, I'm happy to be here. I got Facebook. I don't see any questions at the moment, but if they come through, I'll be happy to take them. All right, guys, let me give some basic advice. I was thinking about this the other day. I get a lot of questions from people. This advice for investors specifically. I get questions from people who generally ask me, is this a good development? Is that a good development? Because a lot of times when you're coming into the Dubai market, you might be investing in something that's called off-plan. What do I mean by off-plan? Off-plan is stuff that is not ready. It's linked to a payment plan. It's going to be under construction. So a lot of the times people end up asking, is this a good development? Is this a good developer? Now, I've got to tell you, like, even though I know a lot in the market, sometimes I don't, and I refrain from giving my opinion. Why? Because it's kind of like, might be a good thing for you, and I don't want to put you off a certain developer. And I'll give you a little background information on this. Like, if you came to me and you said, hey, if I do 10 push-ups today, is that good? So now I might consider like doing 10 push-ups to be like not just normal, like I would say it wouldn't move the needle for somebody. But what about somebody who's never done any push-ups in their life? So let's not even consider them to be obese, or let's not consider that they're really in bad shape. Let's just say somebody who's just never put in any exercise work in their life. Like, I don't know, maybe you've gone through life without doing a push-up. And then if they ask like, hey, can I start with doing 10 push-ups per day? Why should I say no, right? So which is why I don't like to point out and say, this developer is good, this developer is very bad. If you really want my opinion, you've got to come through a process. I'm trying to automate, put everything online, whether free or paid, so that you would be able to go through a process to be able to evaluate what's good, what's not good, what's ugly, what's bad, right? Yourself. Now, when you come to me and you ask me like, is this good developer? I'm going to give you some basic advice that you can apply for yourself when you are evaluating a developer, okay? Here's what you would do. Very simple. If a developer is doing something and you've visited their sales center, you've spoken to their sales staff, generally speaking, what they're looking to do is to actually sell you the property. Fine, that's their job. You don't need to be sold. Now, when you want to evaluate if they're good or bad, there's two things I'm going to give you as advice. Number one, you can go and visit the developer's prior developments. Like, see if they've done any work in Dubai. If they've delivered buildings, communities, villas, townhouses in Dubai previously. Like, for instance, if there's a certain developer that's telling you, hey, we're going to be putting in high level or high quality stuff in this one, okay? just go and say, sure, thank you very much. I'd like to go and see what you've delivered previously to assess how good a quality you've delivered previously, guys, right? So everybody here who's online, Zabur, Salahuddin, Minahil, Basit, everybody, hey, welcome. Mina Adil, I'm going to come to you, okay? I see your question. So coming back to the developer's question, go and visit what they've already delivered. Now, when let's just keep it simple and think about a building or an apartment property that you're visiting. If you go and visit an apartment property that you're visiting, all you need to do is when you visit their previous development, start trying to notice things from the start, okay? Notice the lobby, right? The lobby is kind of like the first thing that people enter in a building. How does it smell? Is it clean? Is there like in Dubai, we've got generally we've got a concierge or a security person stationed there. Dubai is very safe, but still you have somebody there just to, help people who coming in, guide the Talabat drivers, where they're going, are they in the right building? Sort of like an answer your question person. So is he there? Look at his chair. Look at his chair. Look at the table he's sitting on. Chairs wear out, right? So if a chair is worn out and it's torn, what does that tell you, right? Somebody's not paying attention. Then you go to the elevator. Oh, by the way, you might be asking, how would I get into the building? How you get into the building is you can go and approach the security guard and say, look, I'm just trying to look around because we're trying. Be honest. No worries. You can even ask him, is there an apartment available for rent in the building? Can I have a key? Can I have a look? If you can't do this, you can contact us, work with us. We can do it for you, right? Now, when you enter the elevator, look at the elevator. Guys, look, things get used. And I'm not going to say things get abused, but things get used. They have a certain wear and tear on it, right? What happens? Look at the elevator. See how things are there. Is it smelly? Is it dirty? Go to the corridors. I've seen apartment buildings where corridors were super clean, pristine, smelt nice, but I've seen apartments there was mold in the corridors. Look at how the tenants are there. Like, I don't know, I've seen some buildings, tenant put stuff outside the building, outside the doors. I don't know why, but some buildings tolerate it, some buildings don't tolerate it, right? So you might find, I don't know, a bicycle outside, some water outside. Like an Amazon package is okay because that just got delivered. But if you see like tons of stuff and tons of tenants putting a lot of stuff outside, that's not adding value to the corridors. We call them corridors, walkways. Where is the building management? Are they paying attention? Go to the pool side. Look at the pool area. Are they maintaining it? The gym, the sauna, boom. Now you know how good or bad that developer might be. The thing is, some developers will tell you, no, we're going to be delivering higher quality in the next one. Be a little bit wary. Like, ask them, like, why didn't you deliver better quality in the previous one? That's one. Two, let's say now you might say, hey, I'm not in Dubai. How am I supposed to do this? Just go to Google. Google reviews. If you're going somewhere, let's say if you were visiting Dubai and you wanted to visit the safari park here, and you're not sure if your time is limited, you're thinking, should I go? Should I not go? Well, what would you do? You check Google reviews, right? Let's say if you had two things, go to an event at a 5-star hotel, a show event, or the Dubai Safari Park, I think that's what it's called, and you had to choose between what's more suitable for you and your family, you might check Google reviews. So just check Google reviews on that building and how it's been doing, okay? That gives you a lot of direction, okay? And by the way, if you check Google reviews on buildings, because tenants sometimes when they get really pissed, they leave bad reviews, just take them with a little bit of a pinch of salt. And if you see a lot of bad reviews also, take them with a little bit of a pinch of salt. Like, don't take it as the end word. Like, still do further due diligence, such as work with an expert, maybe work with us. Okay, there's a number here somewhere you can get in touch with us. Okay, there's a number in the bottom. Okay, check this out. Okay, somebody's asked me. Mia Adil asks me, and guys, everybody else on YouTube is watching. If you wish, just send in your questions. I'll be very happy to answer. Salam sir, walaikum salam. What should we do as a fresher real estate agent? Some good tips. Okay, some good tips. Okay, listen. I've got a little. So recently I recorded a video that is specifically for people who are thinking of coming into real estate. If you've already joined, that's okay. But I still would recommend, if you're an absolute fresher, I point out 3 pillars that somebody will have to focus in to start getting successful in real estate. I think the team's going to be putting the video on our website. You can actually buy that. It's a very small thing, but it might realign you. It might realign you and bring you in alignment with what you need to be successful. Okay, it doesn't give you the full plan. It's just for people who's just looking to start out, okay, in real estate and want to know if it's good for them or not. You have already joined real estate, which is good. Congratulations. The number one thing that you've got to understand is you're in a business to lead generate. Okay, what does lead generation mean? Like, it's a complicated word. Lead. What's a lead? Lead for leader. Lead for what? Lead is a potential client. Let's just talk. Generation is to generate something. You know, have you ever seen one of those electricity generators? It generates electricity. Okay. Think of yourself as a potential client generator. How do you do that? You're a human being. You're not a machine, and you're not a lead generator. Well, you're going to have to become a lead generator. How do you do that? Well, every single person in your life you meet, and every person who you don't meet, you've got to tell them that you work in real estate. Then collect their mobile number, email address, put them in your WhatsApp, and continuously be in touch with them. Straight path, assalamu alaikum, how are you? Adnan, assalamu alaikum, how are you? Walaikum assalam. So your job is to lead generate. So every day, you should get 10 people in your contacts database. Like, ask me, Mia Adil, how would I do this? You would go to trade fairs, trade shows, on the metro, in the taxi, in the elevator, at the coffee shop, friends, family, relatives, like non-stop. Like, but it's not very difficult, right? But if you wanted to do it, right? It's kind of like if I told you that you must drink 10 glasses of water every day to become successful as a real estate agent. That's all you have to do. Glass number 1. Glass number 2, glass number 3, glass number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom, you're successful. Now I'm telling you that you must meet 10 new people every day or add 10 new contacts to your database. Now you might be thinking, like, how would I do that? Okay, start with friends and family. Now you might say, friends and family, maybe you don't have too many friends and family. Everybody has friends and family, right? But you might say, I don't have too many friends and family. Well, okay, no problem. Do you have a few? And then do they know other people? Like, think about it, right? If you are one person, but then you know 2 people, and those 2 people know another 2 people, and then those 2 people know another 2 people, then those 2 people know another 2 people, you're like, they say that we're only 6 people away from the entire world. Did you know that, Sabiji? Did you know this? That you're only 6 people away from everybody else in this world. Which means you know somebody, they know somebody, they know somebody, they know somebody, they know somebody. And if you go to 6 layers, you probably can get connected to Donald Trump. Do you understand? Do you understand? Like, you could get connected. Like, think about it, right? If you wanted to, let's think about it, okay? Let's not take Donald Trump's name, okay? As much as, he's an ex-US president, so we respect him. Imagine a US president, right? So you're sitting here and you thought, I want to get in touch with Donald Trump, the US president, okay? You're like, how would I do that? I'll tell you how you might do that. Do you know somebody, then who knows somebody, then who knows somebody who might know the chief minister of your state? You know people who know people, who know people, who know people who could get there, right? And then you don't even need to go to the president of India. Maybe the chief minister's state knows somebody who knows the US president. So if you really needed to get to him, talk to him, message him, you could get there, right? So friends and family, you go like that. All right, Adnan, do you remember we met at the masjid? I remember, most likely I remember. Give me a little bit of a background. I think you were the person who has been working in real estate for 8 months, right? Are you that person? Or maybe I met somebody else recently as well. This person, I don't remember. I don't think we talked a lot. But tell me, do you have a question, Adnan? Straight path. Hi, what's key money? I want to start my business, but broker is asking key money as 100% of the amount of the first year rent of 3 months. He said it's non-refundable. Acha, key money. So key money, I didn't work in this area. So let me just put this like this, Mr. Straight Path. I didn't work in this area as a broker, but this used to be the normal thing before in Dubai. Like Dubai used to be pretty much, what do you call this? Dubai used to be in an area of Par Dubai and Dera. That's where the commercial hubs were. And you know, there was a time, I think these places called Mina Bazaar, Murshid Bazaar, I think, Naif Souk. These places, you couldn't even get a shop to rent. You know, you couldn't rent a shop, basically. So if you needed a shop, or if somebody was leaving their shop, the rent might be 200,000, but they might ask you for something called, I think, key money or goodwill money, right? Now, please check with the lawyer and the law if this is legal, it's not legal. I'm not going to comment on that. But that's what it used to be, right? So it was goodwill money or key money. Essentially speaking, the person who was leaving that shop would say, hey, I've got this restaurant business here. I've been making it well for last 20 years. People are expected to come and buy samosas and chai and whatever from here. If you took this, from day one, you have a ready stream of customers because they trust the location, they like coming here, so on and so forth. So for that, give me some money to give you that shop, even though they're not selling you a shop, or if they're selling you a business, right? The thing is, it's kind of like, I think in when I was studying accounting, we used to call it goodwill. I think goodwill, like, so a brand has goodwill. What's the goodwill of a certain brand, right? What's the goodwill of a certain brand? It's essentially speaking, how you would assess that brand value, and then you're paying that money for that brand value, I imagine. And he said it's non-refundable. Like, look, man, it's your decision. It's your decision. Like, I'm not going to tell you don't pay it. I'm not going to tell you pay it. It's completely your decision. Like, what are you getting in return? Number one. Number two, you've got to also understand, if they're charging you 350,000 dirhams, which is, you know, it's not high, it's not low, it is what it is. There must be a reason behind it. Try to understand why. Because guys, listen, nobody pays something, Straight Path, I'm talking to you, nobody pays something for free and you don't get anything back in return. So the idea is that whatever you're paying for, you're going to probably get something in return. You've just got to evaluate it, right? You've just got to evaluate. Like, if I wanted to go to the Burj Khalifa and the ticket price was, I don't know, 150 dirhams. Okay, let's say 150 dirhams. And I'm going to pay 150 dirhams. Let's say my family's in town from abroad. I'm going to evaluate what is the value I'm going to get out of that 150 dirhams. Like, okay, I'm going to be able to go to the tallest building in the world, all the way to the top. I'm going to be able to see maybe the sunset, the sunrise. I'm going to see the rest of Dubai. Maybe they're throwing in a drink with it. Maybe they're throwing in some lunch with it. Maybe my tourist friends are going to enjoy it. Maybe I haven't been there before. So I'm getting something in return. Now, do I want that in return, right? Or I don't want that in return. Maybe there's people who don't enjoy heights, or they're scared of heights. They don't want to go there. Khalas, don't pay it then, you know. So you got to like kind of balance things around, all right? Okay, makes sense. So let me know if I've answered your question, Straight Path. Mina Adel, let me know if I've answered your question. Adnan, let me know if there is a question that you wanted to ask everybody who's here. Welcome, Adnan, Real Estate, home renovation contractor. All right, guys, check this out. Let me answer a few other questions that I've received over the last course of the month or the week, I think, yeah. So somebody says, but for apartments, Ihtizaz Afzal says, but for apartments, developers also have to put money to improve building amenities and corridors, etc. Yeah, I guess they have to. Generally speaking, what ends up happening is the buildings are managed by homeowners associations, which means that the homeowners association, which are comprised of the owners, which is yourself if you're living there, are responsible for this, okay? Somebody asks, Horace Min 8603, what are your personal views on one-person payment plan? My personal views have nothing to do with this because I'm not the one who's buying the property. You have to think about what are your views on the one-person payment plan or the 5% payment plan. Look, everything in the market has its advantages, and you could, compare advantages to other things. Is the one-person payment plan good for some? Yes, it is, right? Not everybody can afford lump sum large payments. For some people, it really works. So the question is it good for you? And before we talk about, and for some people, the payment plan's too important because that's their financial situation, right? So does it work for you? What are my personal views? Makes no difference. Fahd Dawood, Haris Min 8603. Is it going to be? I have a few more questions. Like, having a swimming pool in a balcony, is it really practical? Like, in terms of its constant maintenance, cleaning. What about the leakage? Look, there are some buildings that have had swimming pools and they've made them work. Okay, I think 5 Jumeirah Village Circle is one of those. We'll just have to see when these buildings get handed over and the pools are there, how well they're getting maintained. Some of the developers are not promising pools. They're promising a jacuzzi. A jacuzzi is a little bit different. It's a piece of equipment. It's kind of like a hot tub, a bathtub that can be taken up, taken down, taken away. Pool's a little bit different. It's more permanent. We'll have to see. One thing I'm going to say this, like, and this is true for you, for me, for other people as well. We bring a lot of our personal opinions to a situation to muddle the analysis and judgment. And I'll give you an example. Like, if you don't personally like electrical wires, that's fine, right? You don't like them. That's okay. So if you have an apartment or a villa overlooking electrical wires, you might not like that. I have had cases where people deliberately bought an apartment overlooking the electrical wires, and they said this affords them the best privacy, which means that they assume no other buildings will come there, like, wires are there, right? And it gives them the best privacy. Like, and the wires aren't very close, like they're far out, right? Because obviously you can't be so close. So you've got to see what's good for who, okay? Horace Min asks, I've just joined real estate company. Thank you, Fahd Bhai. My joining will be on 1st October. Okay, all the best. I'm doing research. After working for 11 years as a business development manager and marketing expert with diverse industries, the real estate has recently caught my attention as there's a huge influx in the market. Now I'm leaving everything behind just for this industry. Okay, very good, Haris. Inshallah, you will do very well. If you've got 11 years of experience in the market, in the industry, you will be, inshallah, doing well. I wish you all the best. This wasn't easy for me as it's a big decision to leave quite a comfortable lifestyle and a settled job for a complete new career. That is true. I would recommend that there's going to be a 1-hour short lecture that they're going to put on our website. They're going to put a certain small fee with it, but I would recommend that you watch this. Why? Because it's going to give you the right expectations on how you might be able to succeed in Dubai real estate, okay? You've got the DNA, but you've got the basic ingredients. You've worked 11 years, but real estate is different, okay? So I recommend that you download it. There's a PDF, there's a workbook around it, there's a checklist. It's very small, but it'll give you that get ready for the, While I was doing my research, I came across your videos and found them highly insightful, so I instantly became your subscriber. I will stay in touch with you and keep on poking you for more information. Jazakallah. Khair wa iyak. Okay, you're welcome. Anytime. We go live on Saturdays, generally speaking, until the time gets changed. It's Saturdays live, and you can always send in questions on the comment section. Quick question. This is Jesse Livermore. Quick question. What happens if you issue checks for the rent, but then your bank account is closed by the bank? Well, if the bank account is closed by the bank, just get in touch with your landlord and replace the checks, which means get other checks, right? That's one way. The other way is if you are not in the country and you are unfortunately unable to get a new bank account, maybe you're traveling and a check is due, just contact your landlord and transfer money to their account, whichever way possible. Like withdraw cash, talk to a friend, tell them like, look, transfer it online. Like most likely you've got other sources. The thing is, where is this coming from here? Okay. Thing is, if your bank account's closed, you might be in a little bit of a tight spot, but you can always talk to your landlord and pay them into their bank account using any other way. Hey, I want to move to Sharjah and become an agent there. Is it possible to start a real estate career in Sharjah, or is Dubai the better option? No. Sharjah is also a very good option because they have freehold properties now, and they're growing. The industry is growing there as well. So for sure, I think you could do very well in Sharjah as well. Obviously, Dubai is a bigger market. Dubai is a more mature no, I'm not going to say much more mature. Dubai is a different market. Sharjah is also a good market. So yes, you can start there as well. Okay. Hi, loved your video. Is Mariam Island a good place to invest for a leasehold property? Sorry, I don't know this project very, very well, so I can't really comment on it. All right, guys, thank you very much. I don't see any more questions coming in, but Saturdays we go live. If you've got questions, please, if you've not asked me here, you can always put them across in the comment section. I will answer. If your question merits a video on its own, we'll just sometimes even answer it on its absolute own. All right, guys. Thank you very much for everybody who's joined in on the live. I bid you adieu. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Have a good Saturday. Have a good weekend. Bye for now. Welcome to luxury living at its finest. Step into this magnificent villa where elegance meets comfort. Experience the grandeur of expansive living areas, perfect for family gatherings and entertaining, and the pristine pool area for soaking up the sun. Relax in the luxurious penthouse, the entire top floor. It's your private retreat for tranquility and sophistication. And indulge in the spa-like master bathroom, which has premium quality finishes. Make it your dream. Dubai's finest, the best. Your dream villa awaits you. Contact me today for your own private tour.